Once again, I would like to thank all of our presenters, Catherine, Jeremy, Terry, Carl, and Tommy. Excellent job. I've learned a few things that I was reminded about a few other critical points that one has to keep in mind, whether you're in the business of enforcement or you are the person who has to design and plan something like a closure of a structure. We learned about what are some of the pitfalls and what are some of the critical thinkings that go into planning of such a large venture while keeping our environment safe. I also wanted to thank Leslie Johnson at UNL for her support with this technology, and also the personnel at Iowa State University for letting this program run smoothly. Right now, you're looking at the survey questions. Please go ahead and answer those questions. Those are of a great benefit to all of us. We look at those critically and benefit from your input. I want to thank you all, the audience today, who have joined us for this webcast, and I will encourage all of you to join us again on the webcast on the next month, November 18th, and that is on the value of manure. Go ahead and please answer those survey questions. I think most of the questions have been answered by our guest speakers, but there is one that says, in case where crop production has ceased, what about the establishment of conservation estimates? Tommy, would you go ahead and answer that question rather than typing it, I guess?
Sure thing. That's the first consideration that I've seen given to that option, and it sounds like it could be an excellent addition to the local toolbox if real estate and legal provisions are in place to put that conservation easement onto that land, and certainly crop, forage, or even just natural vegetation selection could be designed specifically to address that residual nutrient situation as the former site continues to sort of equilibrate and enter back into a more natural state.
Thank you. I have a question for anyone who can try to respond to this one. Have you heard of any research that's looking at some special vegetation on these closed structures to remove higher values of nutrients, such as poplar trees and things like that?
Doctor, this is Catherine. One of the things that comes into play, though, is what you're not going to be harvesting that tree. We did look at some alternatives when we were closing the lagoon in Texas, as far as, capping it, something for nutrient uptake. And in our situation, we couldn't find anything that worked, but if you put a tree there, it's going to uptake nutrients, but at some point, if you don't remove it, you're not removing those nutrients, and there's still going to be some remaining.
Thanks. Well, this officially concludes our webcast today. And once again, thank you very much, all the presenters and participants. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend.